Hi, welcome to week 34, I think. This week, oh my god, this week is a big week. I am so excited for this week and next week. This week, I officially move into my new place. Me and Jess have a meal there together. New apartment meal. What do we have to get, Jessie? A small table so we can eat on the floor?
Yeah, you get it. You can go get it tomorrow.
It's a studio. It's small, but it is in the neighborhood that I love. And then I have another friend come over and hang out, and we get some home bread together. It's a very spongy bread that's stuffed with things. I like the pizza one. It is a little bit of a stressful time. I was running out of pages in my passport. My passport is not set to expire for another year, but because I'm about to travel, I figured better safe than sorry. So I renewed my passport a year early through the US Embassy. And even though I do this, they do still send it to the US. And then they send it back to Thailand. And they said, come in Monday. By the way, my flight is on Tuesday. They said, come in Monday and see if it's here. Gonna go for it. I'm going in and I'm gonna, fingers crossed, hope that my passport has arrived in this batch. Guess what? They have my passport. It came in this batch.
อากาศดีนะแต่ไม่ร้อนแล้ว
แดดไม่ร้อนแต่อากาศร้อน
ไม่ร้อน
กินอะไรอร่อยไหม
น้ำเปล่าอร่อยมาก
โอ้โห
โซจู
Do you know where I'm going? I bet you don't. I am going to Laos. I have not been to Laos since like 1997 or 1998. It has been years. And when I came last, I was like 13-ish years old. So my experience then and my experience as a person traveling solo is going to be completely different. And I really have no other plans to explore in Laos other than Vientiane because there's some extended family I haven't seen in all those years or talked to. And also, I just want to eat Lao food. Other than coming back to the United States, I don't really get Lao food in Thailand. I get Isan food, which comes close but is not the same. And what I'm really missing is kapiak, which is Lao chicken noodle soup. So to celebrate the fact that my passport came on time one day before I fly out, Man and I go and have some food. So we go and get some mukata. And right now, I miss it. I miss eating outside. I miss mukata. I miss like the roadside version and the fancy version. So the next day, I am headed to the airport. And so I just hop in a cab. Man comes with me. We're going to Don Mueang Airport. I have both my passports with me. Got my ticket. I'm all checked in. The airport fairly empty on a Tuesday, and I say goodbye to Man and head to my gate where there's a lot of people already. This one is one of those flights where you have to take a shuttle to the airplane that's parked on the tarmac and board from the tarmac. When I arrive in Vientiane, my cousin, that's what we're gonna call her because I think she's actually my dad's cousin, or something of that nature, but she picks me up at the airport. We drive through the city and it's very reminiscent of Thailand, I guess, but not. And I'm hungry at this point, so we stop and get some pho. we get a nice, delicious bowl of goodness. And it's giant and it's big, but I eat it anyways, like all of it. Pho is, technically it's Vietnamese, but the Lao people also have their own version. At some point there was a giant influx of Vietnamese into Laos, so there's also a giant influx of Chinese. And then we go and pick up her niece at school, who is super shy but super adorable and cute. And that night they had a special dinner planned with a ton of food, some people coming over and eating outside. They had like the tablecloth set. Oh, it was so nice. It was really nice to be kind of, I guess, with family. Remember how I told you my thing this trip was to spend time with family, but also to eat kapiak. So the next morning we head out and get some kapiak. The noodles are big and thick. The chicken is chewy, like not in a bad way, but in the way that chewy chicken should be chewy. It's a different kind of flavor, but I love it. It is good. I don't even care about all the green stuff that's in my soup because it tastes the way it's supposed to taste. And I haven't had it in so long. And so it hits the spot. I make it spicy. And then, I go back home and we chill out. She has some work to do, and then we head out for lunch. It is my second day in Laos and getting more food. Today, we're getting more noodles. It's raining. I did get kapun. I got kapun nam sin. Or did I get mi kati? I don't know, but it is delicious. They do both very well. I go to the Apple store because I forgot my watch charging cord. And what? I can't do that. I can't survive. I pay out all the monies, get a new charge cord. As we're headed back home, we drive past this iconic monument in the middle of town. It's one of those must-see tourist sites. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to actually stop there. On our way home, there's an ice cream stall. We stop, and it's like, this is maybe how drive-through started. But we stopped on the side of the road, ordered, they brought it to us, we got it, and I got mine in a little cup. It's coconut ice cream with pandan, coconut sticky rice, and peanuts. And really, that's all you need. I don't need palm seeds, I don't need anything else but this simple, delicious, very creamy and smooth ice cream on a hot day. We also stop and get some smoothies. I got a mixed fruit one, and I think she got an avocado. Next day, more kapiak. Drop someone off at the bus station. It's one of their kind of live-in workers. He's going back to his hometown, and so we drop him off at the bus station. And we also go hang out with her family. We get some dinner with her family, and we do mugratat. I didn't come here to do this. I wanted datsi, which is actually the Lao version of this barbecue, but they wanted mugratat, and so we went and did that. And it was delicious. It was filling. We take a little walk through the street market. So full. We just had mugratat Lao style near that. But off to walk along the river and eat more things. And you know what else? I get some ice cream because it's delicious, this time in a cone. Also finished off with a smoothie to kind of balance the richness of the mugratat, the creamy richness of the coconut ice cream, and so a little fruit fig. I could say this is probably my favorite smoothie store in Vientiane. And next morning, more kapiak. And we're going to a different shop each time, so it's always a little bit, the noodles are a little bit different and the broth is a little bit different, but in general, super delicious either way. These noodles are a little stickier and also a little thinner. Not sure which I like better, but I think I like the bigger noodles, which I found are actually harder to find. Today it rained, so the roads are a little bit wet. And we are doing some time-killing activities. Time to grab some lunch before teaching more. If you thought I came to Laos to sightsee, sorely mistaken. I came here only for the food, but I'm okay with that. I hope you are too. She takes me to their it's like a bar restaurant, but you sit on the rice paddies and it looks like very naturey and it's picturesque, and you order food. And I ordered, they have this thing called a Summersby, which is a malted beverage, but it tastes like apple juice. And I don't think it got me drunk at all, but I'm like, okay. It was good. That day, sister and husband invited us to their little farm, and it's like corn picking season. I've seen cornfields, but I've never picked corn, so let's go. And it's about an hour out of the city. You get to see like outside the city a bit and then into the country. And we have to cross a river. And the road's quite bumpy at times. This little farm where it's really just a field with crops. Came to pick corn, but they're all teeny tiny and small. And found out all the corn was picked already, so nothing to pick, but we did take some home that was already picked. And this time, instead of taking the road back to cross the river, we decide to cross by ferry, the most rustic of ferries. It fits motorbikes and a car or two. So that was an experience. That night, my cousin is preparing an offering. You make an offering to your ancestors and you set it outside the house. Otherwise, I've heard that bad things can happen or some supernatural things can happen. So better safe than sorry. The next day, we go have lunch at one of the places we've been before. And this time, I get kapun nasi. Okay, the first time was definitely mikati. It was so much food. Also, so good. It's one of my favorite kapun soup pieces. It rains today. So.
อย่างน้อยก็แบบให้มันเล่นๆเขาไปได้นะ
Oh, wet. But we're going to the mall to buy some things. But we walk around a bit, nothing strikes my fancy, and so we decide to just go to our next destination. And there's this one bar restaurant kind of place that is cool, but it's still raining. But you know, it's covered, so we just go and sit in our little cabana. There's a hammock in every cabana, which is pretty cool, and so just relax a bit. Yeah. Bye. Okay. So, got some time to kill for my next lesson, and it's raining a bit. Look at my views. I'll definitely make it back before my lesson starts. And what would be cool is if I could be there when the rice is ready to be harvested, because when you plant it, it's all green, but when it's ripe, when it's ready to be harvested, it's all yellow. have snacks, drink.
This rain just won't. All these cute little huts. But I'm on my way home.
I've been drinking a lot of beer Lao because that's the thing you drink here. And I remember when I was younger and I tried it and I absolutely hated it. Thought it was terrible and bitter, but I've been drinking beer for a few years now, so I'm over that. We go and get some Vietnamese food. That's the other thing I've been craving that is hard to come by in Thailand. And I'm not capable of ordering just one thing because I'm not so much like I'm hungry, but I really am just craving food more than being hungry.
Oh,
So I order bun guan. I also order a bun xiao, which is their pancake. The next day, another round of kapiak. And this one, she takes me to a restaurant that's known for their crab kapiak. And so I had to try that, but I also wanted a banh mi. Their crab kapiak is too crabby. My cousin takes me to another place that you have to visit, the Tat Luang. I think it's the city center, but it's also a famous temple. But I wanted the blessing strings, so we go to the temple that she goes to, and I go and get my blessing strings at Wat Si Muang. I'm very happy.
มาวัดแล้วแม่ดิวนี่
And we go to another one of these bar restaurants.
ว่าเดี๋ยวเขาโทรเดี๋ยวลูกโทรถามเจ้าก่อนเด้อว่ามีใครอยู่
But doing some touristy things like that. That is the Tat Luang. Something that's usually on the list of touristy must-sees.
And see the reclining Buddha. We go to a night market that night that's on the riverfront, the Mekong riverfront. I wanted to try to eat on the river. And so we found a restaurant and realized when we sat down that the table is actually very far away from the edge. But that is how my first week in Laos ended. I'm here for one more week and I'm sure that it will be filled with more kapiak, more deliciousness. So, you know, I hope you follow along to see how the rest of my trip is. And please share, like, subscribe. Keep following along on my adventures. See what else I'm up to in Thailand and Southeast Asia before I am back here in Chicago. See you.